A warm good evening and welcome to it. It's time for Sport at 10. It's time for the hour you've been looking for. We got so much to look forward to on the program. We're going to bring you a Guinness Book of Records holder. We got football when it looks forward to the Soweto Derby, and we've got a great conversation about the contribution of O.R. Tambo to South Africa and how we can help give back to the communities around South Africa by supporting some of the initiatives around him. But let's get to the bench and see who is coming onto the show. They're wearing red because it's all about the Hozanazo rivalry this weekend as Orlando Pirates take on Kaizer Chiefs, and Phumuzo Manenze as well as Josta Dladla have played with the two teams, and they will be telling you who's feeling confident, who's not feeling confident, and Shampunaiza will be joining that conversation. You guys are in trouble. Then we've got Zama here. Zama is the man who broke the Guinness Book World of Records there with his one-handed backflips. You're not going to believe it. He did it in Tembisa. He's got the certificate. That is something you don't see every day. A Guinness Book of Records certificate. He is the man, and we'll find out how his gymnastics background took him there. There's Neho, who will tell us all about the O.R. Tambo Corporate Golf Day taking place this weekend, and it's at one of the more spectacular golf courses you can play. You need to be involved, and I'll tell you how you can be part of all of that. And then wrapping things up with, a 15-year-old who is going everywhere. His music's amazing. Michael is here, and we'll be talking to him later on in the show. Good to see you. So let's get through to what's going on as far as the latest news stories are concerned. Cricket took place today, and I don't actually understand. You know, Bangladesh, I don't know if they brought the A team or the B team or the C team, what team they brought out here, but they are getting hiding. South Africa were able to wrap things up as far as the series is concerned in absolute cruising style. It was too easy as far as what happened today was concerned, and AB de Villiers was sensational in that victory, coming to the party with, a huge total, and a man who went on to make 15 fours, 7 sixes. AB was steering the team all the way to victory as South Africa eventually put on 356 for 6. And that was how it ended up. Then when it came to the Bangladeshi response, there was no real response from them, eventually losing the match by 104 runs. So it was nice and simple. Loved it. There's another story, though, that's interesting around the Proteas, apart from beating Bangladesh, because that's something we seem to do every single time we rock up on the pitch against them. But it's about a young man called Wiaan Mulder. He's not in it just yet, but yesterday at 3 o'clock he got a call up. He was busy with the Highveld Lions. They were playing a match, and Jeffrey Toyana, his coach, tells him, listen, you've been called up to the Proteas. You're just 19 years of age. They want you to just be part of the squad. They want you to just be there, rub shoulders with the big boys. You are an all-rounder with quality that one day could see you be in the Protea squad. And so he packed up his bag in the middle of the game and had to head off to the match. This is what he had to say about that unexpected call-up at just age 19 to the Proteas.
It's still a bit of a dream, to be honest. It hasn't really sunk in. I only got here about 3 hours ago. But it's an absolute dream to spend time with AB de Villiers and Hashim Amla. They're legends. They're going to be legends forever. So I'm just going to try and feed off them and try and do my absolute best to become one of them one day.
And already getting opportunities like that, Coach Otis Gibson saying he needed to see him. He'd seen him play early in his career, and he thinks he's the man who can really add value in years to come to the Proteas. But let's move on, because when we talk about tennis, you know, South Africa has some really, really decent tennis players, and they have been nominated for the ATP World Tour Awards. Now, Kevin Anderson, you're seeing in picture there. Kevin Anderson ranked 16 in the world. He is right up there amongst the best in the world, and made history by reaching the US Open a couple of months ago, the final, losing in that final to Rafael Nadal. He got to 2 quarterfinals, semis, 2 finals this year. He had a great year. The other tennis player that was nominated is coming up on your screen right now, because Raven Klaasen, a young, well, not so young anymore, 35 years of age, from Cape Town. There he is, Raven Klaasen, also nominated for an ATP World Tour award for the season that he's had in doubles. He is ranked number 19 in the world in doubles. So there you go. You see, you didn't think we were that good at tennis, but we got the number 16 in the world in singles, number 19 in the world in doubles, and they're nominated for awards in tennis. So that's great news as far as they're concerned. However, let's move on now and have a quick conversation about what has been taking place as far as the World Cup is concerned. And the World Cup is now at a stage where we know a lot of the teams that have already qualified. Bafana are still pushing for that qualification next month. We've got 2 games to take place. But there's also the situation as far as Europe and the playoffs are concerned. Just to get you up to speed as to what has to happen with Bafana, we have to beat Senegal twice, home and away. There are the fixtures, there are the dates, and on that same weekend there will be playoffs taking place in Europe as far as the World Cup is concerned, to see who will be wrapping things up as far as European qualification is concerned as well. So it is really, really going to be an exciting time. Italy are one of the teams that haven't qualified automatically for the World Cup, and they now have to play in a playoff. If they don't make it, I think it will be the first time since 1930-something that Italy were not part of a World Cup. So really, really interesting there. Northern Ireland is another nation that's part of the playoffs to qualify for the World Cup. They play against each other home and away, and if they were to win their playoff, it would be a case of the first time in the last 30 years that they make it. It's going to be an interesting time in November as we wrap things up as far as the World Cup qualifiers are concerned. But now, let's go on and have a little look as far as Pitso Mosimani's comments about his own player are concerned yesterday, because he's unhappy. Tiani Mabunda got a red card in this one, and Pitso is unhappy about what happened here. First of all, Mulangwani gets a heavy tackle in, and then it's the problem is, why does Mabunda come from nowhere to come and defend Khama Billiat? He gets the first booking here. I even saw earlier on in the day Mabunda putting up a tweet where he apologized to the Sundowns faithful for what took place and the fact that he got this booking. Pitso saying it doesn't matter what happened to Khama. He has to keep his emotions in check and focus on the job, because that yellow card there, eventually he just couldn't calm down, could Mabunda, and eventually he got himself sent off the pitch in the game just a couple of minutes later, and Pitso very, very unimpressed with all of that. Now, let's get on and have a quick look as far as the action is concerned in the Absa Premiership, because there were some great matches and some interesting results, starting first and foremost with the big one that we just showed you a glimpse of here from yesterday, as Mamelodi Sundowns took on Kaizer Chiefs, the Kaizer Chiefs team that had only won 2 games this season, and some people saying farewell to Steve Kompela. Well, Steve had plenty to say in terms of that not being the case, because the young man at 19 years of age, Ngezana, finding the back of the net to open things up for Kaizer Chiefs, a debut performance there for him in a Kaizer Chiefs jersey. Chiefs having all sorts of injury worries, and then look at how good this finishes here. Without Gustavo Paez, Parker gets into the starting lineup, and then that little Vala, look at how he Vala's here. He just says, Nyasha Vala. Oh, Madisha goes way past. The finish is clinical, and Parker is showing the quality there as Chiefs went into a 2-0 advantage. Matoho brings his man down, absolutely no doubt about that. Penalty awarded, and Matoho needs to start thinking about whether he'll get into the Bafana squad for that match coming up against Senegal. He's eligible, but Baxter was there, and he would have seen all of that tackles and remember very clearly the red card he got in the qualifiers. But here is what happened between Bloem Celtic as well as they took on Cape Town City. Now, Benny McCarthy has now lost the last 2 games, losing 1 in the cup, and now there with that goal coming in from Mahlasela. Celtic taking the points there. And don't ever get surprised by Celtic. Celtic had one of the best defenses in the league last season. They don't give away goals. This season, though, under the new coach, they seem to be finding some goals as well. And that is seeing them not sit at the bottom of the table as they did last season. Let's move on to what happened today as far as the Premiership is concerned. And when we look at today's Premier League action, well, we've got this encounter here with Amazulu and Polokwane City. Amazulu go down in a 5-goal thriller there as Ravulani opens scoring after just 11 minutes of action. Polokwane City into the lead. Then there was the equalizer as far as Manzini was concerned. And you thought, well, maybe Amazulu will get back into this game. But Musona, the younger brother of Knowledge Musona, finding the net there and the disappointment to make it 2-1. And then it was to go on and be 3-1. Rodney Ramagalela, oh, how he does not get called up to the national team with the kind of form he's shown over the last 2 seasons is a question that needs to be asked. Amazulu kept fighting, though. There he is, Tele in the 90th minute, putting it in and making it a consolation goal. Eventually, though, it was Polokwane City getting all the points there, 3-2 victory. Amapagania will have watched yesterday against Kaizer Chiefs and thought they can do the same because Platinum Stars were bottom of the log. Well, they couldn't do the same because Matlaba's goal was a good one. He goes inside, Zulu's beaten, the finish is quality. But just 3 minutes later, I don't know if the celebrations went on too long, everybody switches off. Mubara is not aware, as well as Nyauza, and Tuli finds the net there to give, well, a lot of relief as well to Platinum Stars. They wouldn't have been looking at this one as a point, especially with where they were sitting on the log, but they did. Chippa United there in good voice, new man in charge. And when you look at the result, though, there will be, again, a situation where their new coach is still unbeaten, Tebogo Moloi, but 0-0 the final result against what is always a dangerous Maritzburg United side. Chances coming for both sides, but eventually a 0-0 scoreline, wrapping things up as far as the Premiership action we've given you tonight is concerned. So that's what you've got. However, you've been looking forward to it, and he is here. Let me introduce you to him, South Africa's one and only sports comedian. He is the Shampunizer, and here he is to give you the uppercuts, the knockouts, the heavyweight of humor, Shampunino. What's up?
Hello, Thomas.
I'm good. I'm looking forward to your show, though. It's
Yeah.
still coming. It's still in Pretoria. I can still go, and all you viewers at home can get tickets for the show because the date needs to be confirmed. Tell people where they need to be to see you live.
28th October, which is next Saturday, you know? And the show, I've made it easy. The show is called The Shampunizer Comedy Show. Don't come with stories and everything. So I'll be with the greats, man. Ronnie Mudimula, Side Pocket. See you guys next week. Let's hear and everything like Opanada. But Thomas, I see people were talking about that kid, Proteus. What's his name? The one who was the 19-year-old.
Yeah, Mulder.
Today. Yeah, like people are like, yo, he's 19, also great. It's not. We've seen it before. Rabada joined Proteus when he was 3. Like, nobody toys. But wow, this one, I tell like a gripe water. So it's not news and everything. We've had so much football this week that we know like a lot is happening. Magent, go high. This is what happens. I have a clip that I'm going to show you. This is what happens. How all the time. Something's going to happen. Look at what happens to football players. Busy ga shugel. All the work, in fact, busy ga ngwanyana ha o wa shayna a tsena ra golf va verpa bona e mo lebelle hape o busy wa re swengela
Robbery.
Proper robbery.
It's a pure robbery.
Proper robbery, like but go
I think we need to see that one more time.
Let's do it again,
I
man.
think we
Let's
need
do
to
it
see
again.
that one more time because there was an absolute robbery there. He's going to score, and then he steals the goal from him.
Or once ngwanyana ha o bona fe o busy wa shayna yo ngwanyana ka o pila verpa ba mo tseya fela bana ba mo tseya so ba verpa ba tla ba ro ba ditse city next yo player chukela etla fela fetsa ke letswai. But I came here very I came here very excited, man. I wanted to talk about SuperSport United winning the MTN 8, but bona ba bora abana le sign kura gizigire. I'm like, yeah, well, SuperSport is winning bana.
It's a so.
Redlaring
It's a so.
ba le ba bora like
No,
Super
but I've got a sign. Kise.
yeah, SuperSport.
Like
ba bora SuperSport le Cape Town City ba bora. That's why ba ile
Scotland.
ai that's why game ya bona ba editse bosiu ne ba editse if ya bora re khona roba ba le mona hona le bo mkhomong Benny McCarthy sham yo ke sono ka wena. It's Benny was like he was winning until he took out Teko Modise when he was hot. Benny taking out Teko when he's hot is like a woman taking out makeup on the first date. War maga that I am when Hey, Benjamin. And they tricked him, go MTNA. They made him win all the games. Go finally, but over that trophy. Pa, he'll have to go 18 area, or like right the 18 area. Thomas, I'm going to teach you a thing or two about what happened. You know what is witchcraft? Witchcraft is what Kaizer Chiefs supporters are doing. You are full of witchcraft. Witchcraft is when you say Kompela must go, and then he wins and you're like, Kompela yona, Kompela. Little atamai. When Chiefs lose, bar Kompela. When he wins, technical team, halala. Hey, Lena, and everything, but Sundowns, Balijil. You guys, Balijil, English. Like you were not Abalija fail. You were walloped, annihilated, destroyed, mayonnaised. Kaskwasa bonang, Balijil, darling. Darling. Baba Jile, where is Sundowns by Jile? But Chiefs was so prepared. They came with 11 players and their own referee. Referee.
I saw him, Harris.
Yes, Damanolo. I guess na refa game me feel. Ogar na refa game.
Rustenburg.
Walko, exactly confused because kis tuana ko. Ogar na refa game me ko NFD ka distance learning. Ar makas, give only professor at you know I see fear and favor here. Pamuregile Damanolo. I know and Chiefs win and everything. But Thomas, when you do medicals, go to me. About say wait. Like then they weigh you and see
They do everything, but check everything.
Mulongwano weigh at 12.5. Hapeta manola gwana ola 12.5 gimboro afeleti. Gimbona gimolebelezi kana maro itso enza dala ke manala mara again. Kwezi ke mona ba mo pusha mola bara awela 10 yards. Wa khula gra mo mona motho aba check weight awa mulongwano ko munyane Thomas. Baba Jile Sundowns, Balijile, and about defenders Sundowns you lost because Kenan maybe lose Sura Batalesha. Because where is Stasi Wima Thomas? See Wima because administration, since Otabeski Baga, Otabeski Baga Siba, and then Stasi like a brasso. Who Wima? When Alimetira, we were busy as Cabrasso and everything. Mark blame my love task. That's why he loses the blame my love task. Thomas Hebadalago Lucas Muribe, the boat of the Lago signing, Dimwala di Lote Sharp, Ubanawangwebo Motepe Foundation. APSA, Vodacom. Call of us say no to rape. Sex without consent is rape. Aye.
He will be back, and I'm not ready for it, but I'm sure you are. Now let's get to our topic. What do you want to know as far as the topic for tonight is concerned? Get on the Twitter, get on Facebook, and tell us. He called the supporters Baloi or something like that. So let's find out what you think. Has Steve done enough to silence his critics by beating the current African champions? He did it yesterday. And is it enough, though, to keep people quiet? The victory against the current African champions. You can give us that conversation on social media. And I'll try and get to some of those as the show continues. However, after the break, we're going to have a no-holds-barred. We're not going to talk tactics. I don't want to hear 4-4-3, 3-5-1. I just want to hear from two men who have both put on the Chiefs and Pirates jerseys in their playing careers. The real story behind the story. Stay with us. Ozanas.
How often we forget our greatness.
Situation slightly more comfortable.
Full funeral cover, plus all your premiums back.
Ya leboga go Clientele Life.
Bye, Ranky Clientele.
Thank you, Clientele.
Clientele, ligama endilithembileyo.
Clientele Funeral Plans.
It is your final gift of love.
SMS funeral to 44053. We'll call you back.
Welcome back. Now, APSA is turning up the rivalry this season, and fans of the APSA Premiership will be excited to hear that the next Woza Nazo fixture is taking place this Saturday between the Soweto Giants, who are going to be competing for the ultimate bragging rights. Before we talk about the guests, let's tell you what is up for grabs for the fans. Now, Woza Nazo Mzansi, 1 million rand is up for grabs at the end of the season in the Kick for a Million competition. Get to the stadium before kickoff, register for the Kick for a Million competition, and you could be one of 6 fans who will be selected from the crowd to stand the chance to win Wozanazo. Now in the studio with me, well, Phumudzo Manenze as well as Josta Dladla, they don't need an introduction because they both played in the Soweto derby. They know all about it. And guys, coming into this particular derby, you know, I'm looking here at the two of you, and I've been getting a feeling from the two of them. You know, as the conversation has been very quiet, they're not saying anything, but one guy is very confidently sitting here, and the other one's feeling a little bit less confident. Josta, le confidence iphuma phi?
We all know who's been winning, right? I mean, my team has been doing well. Well, I don't know about the other guy, man. I mean, I think he's shaking at the moment.
No, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was only the third win this season for Kaizer Chiefs. As much as you're saying it's been doing well, it's only the third win this season.
It doesn't matter. We beat Sundowns. Everybody thought we were going to lose that game. Going into the derby knowing that we beat Sundowns, I mean, what more do you want as a coach? And Maneza would tell you that, you know, you don't want to go into the derby after losing or drawing a game. You want to go there when you're confident.
Is that true?
History has, Thomas, that a team that goes into the derby and having lost the previous game or having not done well in the previous games always goes on to win the derby. And this time, Orlando Pirates drew this evening against Platinum Stars, so that will make the players more hungry to please the supporters on Saturday. Remember, when it comes to the derby, Thomas, it's a special game. Form counts for nothing. It's big match temperament that counts. And I think the boys that are at the Orlando Pirates camp, most of them have played in most of the derbies.
Big match temperament. Tonight, there was, not to call it a small match temperament, maar bottom of the log team. Kaizer, your team couldn't beat the bottom of the log team. So big match again.
As Josta, the players in camp now, even those ones that were sick or injured, they are trying to be fit to play on Saturday. So the players were reserving some of the energy for the weekend.
Pirates has been camping for the last 2 weeks for this game. And we all relaxing. Most of my players are at home relaxing.
Let's talk about your personal derby experience. Because, again, Josta was feeling very confident. You played against each other?
Yeah, we did play against each other. And
he's always been on a receiving end. Guy, all the time. He knows. I don't remember losing against him.
Thomas, Mina, I played in the derby, in the times of the happy people, in the times of where we made 10 to 20 passes before we go forward. It's what's she, someone.
Yeah, but in the time of the happy people.
It's the time of the happy people.
They had one of the greatest teams, but every time they played against us, we just killed them.
That's what it is. And that's
we're going to create history again this weekend, I'm telling you.
This was those times.
No, those are the happy people. Happy people times.
Yes, Kelly. Shapunizer is here. Shapunizer. It was another rivalry is coming.
You look 17.
I'm happy you admit it was the happy people. And I'm going to get a confused Jew. The confused 11. I wish you were a guy. Just I can sense a bit of Steve in you. Or no, we have like a lot of determination.
But I think we've also got some stuff of Josta back in the day, because as much as he was saying confidently, Huri was never on the losing side. The derby was always his.
You gotta go there.
We're only seeing you on the floor. We're not seeing anything.
Why you gotta go with it? Where did you get this taste, man?
This is the SABC. We've got all of the derbies from back in the day.
There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got never. Come on.
You remember that Monday, who Sylvester was dealing with this El Professor? I want to target the offside in offside, left. We were offside. Who Sylvester? Monday. We were offside, left.
Good run. Great finish. What else do you want?
Let's take another look at it.
Great run and a great finish. Come on.
Offside.
And you know, Tommy, that's not even a strike. I'm a winger, but you know, I made it look.
What does that feel like? Give us a sense. What does that feel like? Scoring in the big games, scoring in a Wozanazo rivalry derby.
Let me tell you something. As a kid, I grew up watching Pirates play, Chiefs play, but being part of it, it's something that you can't even explain. You know, you get butterflies, you can't sleep the day before. You know, and for me, being part of that situation or history, being part of that history, it's something that I could never change. I could never take away.
Mighty 10 o'clock ekuseni seliphelile ipetra bayafona abantu hey bakufakela ipressure udlale kahle wena weekend hey ungazidlisi wena weekend hey itabi special
give it to Chiefs or ba good guy recycling bona just available bana le XTL same man same man.
But there's one other thing that people don't know about the build up to a derby.
Yeah.
Because you saw the hair there, ne? The S, the cornrows. This is not a mistake.
Why you gotta go with it?
No, but it's not a mistake that those hairstyles were specially for that day, yeah?
No, we have to make sure. We have to make sure that we look good, brother.
Mamela uye salon lapha Thomas mabathi idabi Wednesday namhlanje Wednesday kusasa ubabheke salon basha iQ bayazi ukuthi Thomas this derby brings the country to a standstill and everything stops when the derby plays. So you want to look good, you want to play your best, and you want to make the nation happy.
You need to play well as well, because if you go there, you're looking good, but you don't play well, they forget about you.
But how long did you sit in the chair for the cornrows?
Jesus, you don't want to know, man. That's why I had to cut my hair, man. I was sick of it. No, man, I was sick of it. But you know, that was something that was my signature. That was my signature.
He gave me the values and never mungang. Just for to look stand up.
Okay, so you, Phumudzo, with Pirates going into this one, more than likely will go in it as the underdog. What needs to go right for Pirates to take all 3 points against Kaizer Chiefs this weekend?
I think the most important thing is for the team to take their chances, Thomas. I think what Micho and also Roland has brought into the team is a lot of stability. Orlando Pirates are not conceding a lot of goals like last season. You look at this season alone, they've only lost one game, and they know how to consolidate when they've got the lead. No, Mamela. No, wait. Thomas, you must shut the back door first before I check. So the back door is shut. So Xelenje Pambili abo Kabuza swa release kahle, abo Qalinga swa release. Yamkhumbula uQalinga, yalitapu sazolibekala. Saturday umbheka.
I was watching today. I didn't see the I saw Mataba looking good, but I didn't see the rest. Same thing situation with Kaizer Chiefs coming into this game.
I mean, for me, if they can duplicate the same performance that they did yesterday, there's no way the Pirates are going to beat them.
Well, to be fair, though, to be fair, yesterday was a counter-attacking football game. It wasn't the Chiefs dominated the game.
Yes, obviously they absorbed the pressure. That was the game plan.
So, they absorbed the pressure.
That's football. Sometimes you have to absorb that pressure, and when they open up, you punch. That's what they did. That was the game plan. I mean, you can see that the coach went through the game with the game plan. So
if unini yami la ngiphethe PJL on speed dial, ngiphethe uGabuza, bathali 352 manje labantu. Bathali 352. So la emuva bavulile. Umalongwane was playing as a wing back yesterday. So that's one area that Orlando Pirates can exploit, you know. And also with the power of Gabuza up front, they've got a youngster that really played well yesterday. I must say Ngwezana, he had a good game. But we don't know how we will cope with a physical striker.
What's the message to the fans?
For me, we've been doing going around Joburg, trying to obviously doing the campaign, the Ozanazo campaign. We're trying to say, which ABSA came up with. They saying that the fans must go and support the games more, and obviously the players must come in and also bringing the magic into the game. So we want the fans to go and support, and coming with lots of numbers and supporting the game.
Prediction.
Orlando Pirates 2-1, Baba. See how winner Saturday. 2-1.
I'll say 1-0. I'll give it to Chiefs.
1-0?
1-0 to Chiefs.
But whatever, both sides are saying 3 points are going somewhere.
No, we're beating these guys, man.
Yeah. Your prediction?
We've got a lot of injuries, but you couldn't. No, but you couldn't see the difference when they play. You saw Mulongwane played as a right back, but you couldn't see no difference. That's a right winger.
12.5.
Come on, he did so well, bro. I mean,
but you got.
Uzolunga again to Kabuza.
No, come on, he played well. I think he can do it. I think he should stay there. Actually, let him play as a right back the whole season. I think he'll do the job.
I think well done so far, Thomas. They've done well with the Maize Cup, with the Carling Cup, you know. So you've already won the treble. Makufe, you've got a treble. You've got Makufe, you've got Carling Cup, you've got the Maize. You have the 5 roses. You're doing well.
Yeah, but predictions were fair too. They're going to see us tip 9-1, all 9 goals, Gabuz.
There you have it. We're going to leave it right there. There you have it, fans. ABSA are making the ABSA Premiership better. ABSA red ticket holders and any fans who want to stand a chance to kick for $1 million, get to the stadium early. Look for the ABSA activity at Gate E. But most importantly, turn up at the rivalry and support your teams. When rivalry comes alive, the game is better. This is the Absa Premiership. Ozanazo.
9-1.
9-1.